Are you ready?
Am I ever
as ready as you are ever going to be?
Yes, you know me.
I know. Hi, I'm Shay.
And I'm Shealyn.
And this is Shea Scarelounge. And today we are talking about Christine, the Stephen King novel brought to life.
By John Carpenter, and his name's behind me. Kravitz? I'm sorry. But yes, as you mentioned, it is a Stephen King adaptation. Some call it the scariest one. Which I don't know. I don't
know if I agree with that one.
Yeah, for different reasons, but it's like not. I find it very comforting. I like this movie a lot. It's like an after pool movie that I would see at my Nana's house because it'd be on TV or something. So yeah, in the summer, after
right, have some watermelon.
This would be on.
And watch Christine.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
We'd eat fideo, which is a Mexican soup. But yes,
watermelon
and it was
after
just
pool.
Very comforting. I don't eat fruit. Should probably start now. But yes, so 1983. I think Carpenter had just done The Thing, which was seen as a box office flop, although it's like crazy cult following now. Cool. Yeah. I mean, at the time it was. So that actually helped him sign on to this film super fast because he wanted to redeem himself. And
he wanted
this masterpiece.
Right. Yeah. And actually this came out before, Stephen King hadn't published the book yet.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's certain things that are different from the book, like the major plot of who is haunting Christine.
So do you want to explain the premise of it before we jump into that part?
I would explain it as like a nerd is possessed by a car.
Car is possessed and then it falls in love with its owners. Yes. Mm-hmm. It falls in love with its owner and then wants to have it all to him itself.
Yeah, weird. Yeah. So the car is alive and it's a beautiful car. What is it? A 58 Plymouth Fury. Love it.
Which Stephen King chose because people weren't putting those in anything.
Oh, really?
They were doing the Cadillac or they were doing those other kind, but this was like the forgotten car. Like nobody did anything with the Plymouth Fury. So he's like, I'm gonna start off that. And then look at that. It blew up like gangbusters. It's a gorgeous car.
Yeah.
Very sexy
car. Makes the nerd, makes the nerd sexy right when he gets it. He catches the eye of the new hot girl at school,
Alexandra Paul, Carolyn Paul, or what's her name? Lee Cabot, and she's played by Alexandra Paul, which we know her from Baywatch.
Stephanie in Baywatch, of course, my favorite.
I think other than Hasselhoff, is like the longest running character. She was just about the whole.
Yeah. I don't know. I think she came on when Pamela Anderson did too, like later. I don't think she's in the beginning.
I thought she was in it from the beginning.
I don't think so.
I didn't watch it as much as you did, so you would know better than I would.
Well, they have a channel on Pluto that is nothing but Baywatch 24/7. So if you
subscribe to that, I betcha.
I love Baywatch. It's a classic. Comforting. That song in the beginning is just inspiring. But yeah, I told you we should do this movie because it was, again, randomly on TV, actually randomly on Pluto Horror. And I'd seen it so many times. I loved it. I just think it's entertaining from start to finish. What about you?
I enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed it. I kept trying to figure out, as I do watch with movies, is figure out who I know the people from.
Oh, okay.
So there's two people I know who they're from. Okay, so it has Keith Gordon, who plays Arnie.
Where's he from?
I don't, other than Jaws 2 or
That's where I was like,
Billie Jean, I'm like, I don't know where this dude is like from. I mean, he started directing things as well, but I was just like, I don't know. And then John Stockwell, he was in Top Gun.
Oh, yeah. He's Cougar in Top Gun.
Yes, Cougar in Top Gun. And then he also directed Crazy Beautiful, which we briefly mentioned on another episode.
On
I feel
Jay
like it's all
Hernandez
connected.
episode.
It's all, we're connecting all the dots.
It is. It's a small world. You know, the old man from Home Alone is in this. That's who he buys the car from. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't know. I didn't realize that one. No, I know the detective.
Oh yeah, of course.
Obviously, he's the dad of Pretty in Pink, and he's an alien, and the Green Mile, like everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's in everything.
Yeah. No,
along with the Will Darnell, the shop owner, also in everything. Yes,
and Kelly Preston. Kelly Preston's in it as the girl who's like trying to romance Cougar. He's Cougar from Top Gun, but he wants to instead pursue Lee, who is already dating his friend.
Oh, okay.
Kelly Preston, you know her, cute.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that was her.
Mm-hmm. Like she's Roseanne in this movie.
She's just
like in the library,
and then she's gone. She went away.
That still counts, okay? As somebody who does
all the extra stuff.
Yeah, no, that's not an extra. There's a big difference. If you have a line or a name credit.
Is that what it is? Because she's got
she has words. I love it.
She has words and a name.
She says words. Yeah, she's got a line. But yeah, she's so adorable. You have to notice her. But they all wanted Stephanie from Baywatch because she's the new girl. I actually took her order once in Hollywood, and I had just watched this movie. That's the weird thing. I'd watched this. I drove from El Centro. I was managing a place in Brentwood, and somebody else was taking the order, and I pushed him out of the way. I'm like, I want to take Stephanie from Baywatch. She's very sweet. Told her I loved Christine. She's probably like, really? I've done a lot of other shit.
She's like, that's not where I really get noticed from, but okay.
Yeah. She appreciated it. It was early on. Because, they didn't want big stars for this movie. Like Christine was going to be the star.
Right, because they wanted to spend all the money on the cars. They made like 17 or 23 of these things. And so they wanted versions, to, so they wanted to do that rather than have big names.
Although your boyfriend, Kevin Bacon, was originally cast as Arnie. You see
he
that?
Was. This is like right. He couldn't do it because of Footloose. So he
had also been given the starring role in Footloose. So I'm sure he's happy he made that decision to go with Footloose. Although this could have done the same for him, but he was so iconic in Footloose that
Tremors.
And he wanted to dance. You and Tremors.
Okay,
I'm
gonna
have
pause
a crush
right
on Kevin Bacon.
Pause here. I don't have a crush on Kevin Bacon, but your buddy keeps sending us all these Kevin Bacon memes.
I know, because it sounds
as we mentioned it once.
Yeah, you're gonna leave this in, and he tag him.
I know. I'm gonna make it its own clip. Be like,
I'm gonna continue that you have a crush on Kevin Bacon. And
what's his name? Pizza Petey or Pizza?
Yeah.
Pizza.
Pizza Party for Everyone or something. I think it's his new thing, but he
something
switches
like
it around.
But yeah, so now he sends us all these Kevin Bacon memes.
I think it's more so. I think he's tagging because Kevin Bacon's offering free horror stuff whenever he tags. But also,
he's
you love
more
Kevin
than
Bacon.
One Kevin Bacon thing. It's been
you love Kevin Bacon. I mean, we all
random Kevin Bacon, and I'm like.
We all see your crush on Kevin Bacon, okay?
Is that it? Is it that obvious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
fine. Are we back?
We're done with the Kevin Bacon thing.
Never done with Kevin Bacon. The main, a big part of this movie is that song, I feel like, Bad to the Bone by George Thorogood and the Destroyers. Even though the book was more 50 songs, I think every chapter starts with a 50s lyric. But in an effort to be more relevant and cool, they used Bad to the Bone, which is now in so many movies. I think Problem Child.
Yes. Problem Child made it epic.
Yeah, this is the first one to use it. It's a great song. George Thorogood was given a small role as an extra or something like that.
And then they took it out. They didn't like his acting.
That's
he was
so
supposed
rude.
to be at the end in the junkyard.
Yeah, that's
And
so rude. Like they couldn't
didn't
just
like
coach
it.
him a little better and like still use it. Whatever. It
was
made a
probably
lot of
really
money
just like,
from
we don't
his
have
film.
time for this.
Yeah. Another musical tie to Halloween 3, the electronic score written by Carpenter and Alan Howard. I don't know.
But isn't that like Carpenter's thing? Is he likes to makes the scores himself or something?
Yeah, so it's kind of reminiscent of Halloween 3 that had previously come out. Your favorite movie. Tom Atkins.
It has grown on me. It has grown.
Your other crush besides Kevin Bacon, Tom Atkins. I just like giving you fake boyfriends.
Just collecting all of the boyfriends. That's what I'm
My
doing.
boyfriend would be Arnie in this. I think he's so cute. And then like how his style progresses to more and more greaser, which is my favorite. I would have totally had a crush on this guy in high school, except when he turns into a dickhead. But
which happens really quickly. Like, let's be honest.
With the car.
Okay, I'm going to have to say this. So there's a scene at the football stadium. Okay, they pull up and there's the car, and then like, Stephanie from Baywatch is standing there, and she's like a foot taller than him.
Yeah, she's tall.
It's like the most awkward looking, like, still is like her going.
Yeah,
and he's like,
he's a little guy.
But it's hilarious because it's like, oh, it's so sexy. And I'm like, that's not a sexy look. Like,
you're like,
it's fine if she's tall. It's fine. No big deal. Like tall women, short men, it doesn't matter.
Is she not kind of sitting on the car leaning?
No, she's like leaning a little bit, but she's not like sitting on it. Yeah. She's still like
had her lean more on the car and then they would kind of even out their heights.
It was hard to like kind of believe that she wanted to be with him. It all seemed very forced. It wasn't like she didn't lean into him and like maybe if they did that,
she definitely would have liked Cougar more. He's
right?
Cute. Yeah, I mean, but I like Arnie. I'm more. I'd go for Arnie. As I mentioned, his greaser fashion progresses as he gets more and more possessed. They add more red tones. He matches the car. That was actually the actor's idea, though. That wasn't originally in the script. Yeah, Keith Gordon. That was his idea, and cool. I like his fashion and.
Also, it's also different from the book because of how Christine actually starts.
Mm-hmm.
So in the movie, she comes off the assembly line evil, like already. Okay. In the book, the last person that died in her is the one who possesses. It's like that. It's his spirit who possesses it, and like eventually shows up. He manifests in front of Arnie or whatever. But the car itself in the movie. They thought just get rid of that and then we'll just make it evil from the beginning and be easier.
Well, and cheaper because having that like talking haunted corpse, I think, of the brother, the Home Alone guy's brother, yes. All he is to me, would obviously cost a lot in practical effects and everything else. So makes sense, cut it out. And I feel like that's more of a book detail that a film could
for sure
gloss over and just
because I feel like if they added it the way he wrote it, it may come off cheesy.
Yeah, definitely. And then you got like a corpse. It's gonna be like what came out at the same time though, American Werewolf in London or something. That had a similar vibe. That you don't want to seem like that. You want to differentiate yourself. So
right.
Exactly. Just coming off possessed by that, and it like kills that guy immediately. When it's being made, it's just like,
I know. He's like,
I shouldn't be laughing. That's terrible, but like really. But yes, as you mentioned, there are 17 different versions of Christine, made from 24 different Plymouths that they could find because this movie was made a little bit after 1958 when the car came out. But inevitably, all but 2 were destroyed. So I wonder if you could if it's in a car museum somewhere.
I have no doubt. It probably is. Yeah. Probably.
That would be cool. I love going to car museums. There's a free car museum off Route 66 in New Mexico at a gas station that is so rad. And this seems like it would be there. I would love that. Yeah, it's like right before you hit Texas.
We should look it up and see where they are and then go visit it and sit next to it.
I know. Yes.
And pretend to die.
Yeah. I'll play the first guy that gets killed by it. That's my kind of role.
Yeah.
Do you know more about the gas station?
What?
It was
they
like,
built a gas station just to blow it up.
yeah, which is wild, but that's what large budgets are.
I love practical effects.
Yeah.
Or you can build it small and then blow that up. But whatever.
It's not as realistic. Yeah, and a guy actually that their stunt coordinator drove the car in there, right? And was in a fire suit or something. Like it's something pretty wild.
I don't know. But
yeah,
I know the way they did the effect of it putting itself back together was they had hydraulics in the car that smashed it inwards, and then they just filmed it backwards.
Right. Got it.
Yeah.
In reverse. Yeah, that I was wondering how they did. I mean, I figured it was something like that. Like how they usually show something it's always film it broken and go in reverse. But
right.
Yeah, that seems very cool. I always like that a lot.
And he's like, show me. But even then, Arnie wasn't even in the room. Like they filmed him two separately, which is probably why he walks off into the spotlight.
The magic of
here,
editing
20 feet away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad that it does rebuild itself because the bullies are who destroyed it. Like that's why, yes, Arnie's a dickhead, but like people were mean to him. Like they're teasing him and stuff. So I'm not like completely against him as a character.
Oh my God. That whole first scene where they like get into the fight in the wood shop, like whatever.
Over his lunch or something I
wanted to hit all of them. I was like, dude, what is this crap? This is bullshit. We don't like bullies here on this show.
That's why the bully has like a pretty scary death scene. The car like hunts him down.
Yeah, all of them. Buddy. There's like 4 of them or 3 or 4 of them or whatever. Like kill them all.
Good. No, I'm just kidding. Good. I know you're not for revenge, but like, come on.
Yeah, I'm not for revenge, but the car did it. So I can't even say anything about that. Good on the car. Good job, Christine. Good job. Good on you.
But then Christine tries to kill Lee at the drive-in scene when they're like making out and stuff. So I don't know. Christine.
And she got jealous.
A little crazy.
Yes. And then some random dude pulled her out. And she was like, yelling at Arnie, and Arnie's confused.
Yeah.
And then finally, when they do, so here's where I got a little confused. Okay, so when the car comes to kill Lee in the garage, I didn't realize that Arnie was in it until he fell out of the car.
Yeah, but
was he not supposed to be in it?
I think he's possessed by the I don't think it's I think at that point he's not the one in control.
No, he wasn't. But I didn't know if maybe like he got in it and Christine was like, "Okay, I'm taking you, and we're gonna go murder your girlfriend," or if he was already driving, like he was possessed by it.
Oh, I think it's the first scenario.
Okay, because then he ends up being ejected from it.
You were almost said ejaculated. I feel like that's what you were about to say. He was ejaculated from the car.
It's like the same thing.
It really is when you think about it.
When you think about it, it's really this. It's like.
But I heard that coming out, and you're like ejected.
I said ejected.
I heard ejaculated.
He was ejected from the vehicle and then died.
Yes.
And then
wait, he died?
Yeah, he did die. Yeah, he died.
Oh, okay.
So that way Cougar and Stephanie get together,
Yeah, that's right. Finally, she's like, I really wanted you to begin with and not Arnie.
I know, but Arnie had the cool car, so I'm against that now. She's like, what kind of car do you drive? Is it like a Pinto? We're going with that. Let's go with that.
Yeah. I think he had a cool car too. I'm trying to remember what he drove, but he picks up Arnie in the beginning. So Cougar, I think, had a decent car.
And whenever Christine goes into rage, the car's windows are then blacked out to show like, anger and evilness.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice it either, but thank you for telling me.
Thank you, internet.
Thank you, internet, for letting me know.
How many do you give it?
How many Christines you give it?
Yeah.
I get 3.5. I give it 3.5.
Oh,
right now. Huh? Just because, I do love Stephen King, and I love that they didn't get too graphic with the deaths. It was just like, you knew what was happening. You put your imagination into it. I don't need to see it. It's cool. I get it. I know they're dead. I liked it.
Yeah, definitely.
And it gives you more of a sense of a little bit more frighteningness of it. Like,
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. The scariest thing that I've always found growing up, especially watching horror movies, is what happens off camera and what your imagination was crazy thinking happened. That scares me more than actually seeing it. I'm gonna do 3.5 as well because I love cars. Car movie, a murderous car, and I have a crush on Arnie before he's a dick. And yeah, I enjoyed it overall.
Perfect.
I would recommend.
I would recommend. This is a good one. I like it. Possessive car.
Now say your line.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, like, subscribe, share, hit all the buttons and stuff, and whatever.
Button.
I don't know.
With my furry pen button.
With the furry pen. Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Until next time. Bye.
Pee. Pee. Oh, I actually fully disappeared. All right, I'm ready for this one. Let's knock it out.
If you're able to. Okay, ready? Yeah, that's sexy.
You know me.
I know.